Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Grassroot Chats, where me and Dr. Frank, the betting connoisseur, will discuss all the wonderful sporting news that has been available from whenever till this very point. And by sporting points, I mean selected sporting points because we'll leave all the other big boys to talk about everything else. How you doing, Frank? You good?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Fresh trim. I'm feeling good. It's been a good day so far, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Nice one, nice one. Don't worry, you'll be here every week. So just keep that pleasure for whenever. But you're definitely, unless you have other plans. Are you already planning to ditch me? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going
No,
anywhere.
I,
You're going anywhere. Anyways, we'll jump right into it. Right into it. No hold bars or whatever they say. So the question is very simple. Was it right for Chelsea to sack Frank Lampard?
yes, 100% yes.
Why
At the
that
end of the
that was a quick yes. Why was that a yes?
there's no.
Back your points up. Back your points up.
I don't think it's something that can be debated. At the end of the day, when I look at what's happened with Chelsea, I look at their squad as a whole, and I feel that this squad needs to be sniffing around that top four at this point of the season.
It's only 19 games in, though. I'm sure they're about what, a couple of points off the top four. What exactly? So are you saying Chelsea already have a team to be title contenders? Is that what you're saying?
I think the squad is strong enough to be a title contender for sure. 100%. I know a lot of people will say that they're only 1 point off where they were this time last season. I get that. But we're not looking for Chelsea to be sniffing and trying to finish in the top four. They're not the Arsenal of years ago when it was okay for Arsene Wenger to just finish in the top four. We know if your owner is Abramovich, you have to finish top two.
So,
It's no
so,
buts, no maybe.
so you don't actually see room for improvement. You don't think Frank was getting there. You don't think he was going to make the squad gel. You don't think that there's a possibility that there could be a turnaround because I mean they had like 15 games unbeaten initially, and then
Yes.
one or two problems started coming in. So, I mean, this is how I say it. This is how I say it. So I think the footballing world should have a bit of more patience. Personally, I also think Frank Lampard is not just another guy. He is a legend and icon. Yes, he was all that as a player, but
That's right.
considering what he did with the squad he had the last time, where they had like window bans and all that, I'm sure he's going
Mhm.
to need a little bit more time. Don't you think?
Well, this is it. This is where we disagree. Because with what he had before, he superseded expectations completely.
Okay.
This time, with the likes of Pulisic now being fit and healthy, bringing in the likes of Werner, Havertz, there's been hardly any injuries. The point is, there's not been injuries. He's been able to choose from the likes of Giroud up front, Tammy Abraham up front, Werner. They've all been fit. This time round, they are fit.
No, not
Now,
really. They went through a period where they had Thiago Silva was taking his time to get used to the league. Zuma was injured, I think. Rudiger was injured. Yes, he probably has a couple of other players on the bench and people he can bring in to change the game. He is
yeah,
Chelsea and all that story. So what you're saying, so the way I look at it is, if I must agree that Frank Lampard was to be sacked as it has happened, I am looking at return of investment. So he spent 200 million, blah 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 blah, all those things the fans don't want to hear. I mean, it is a result game, but he's not too far off the top. Don't you? I'm sure a little bit patience should be given. I mean, I think you're being too harsh on the guy. I'm not a Chelsea fan. I mean, I mean they do have a history of getting rid of people. Like it's as if as you walk into Chelsea, you have an expiry date. But I think with him, I think it was just
that's what it is.
too harsh.
There's an expiry date. You have to remember, arguably out of all the owners in the Premiership, Abramovich is definitely the one who is all about results. If we look at the last 10 games that Chelsea have played, they've won four. Two of them were against Morecambe and Luton Town.
You can
No
only,
disrespect.
you can only beat who's in front of you, though. You can only
This
beat
is
who's in front of you.
the Premiership, and if we believe that Chelsea should be sniffing in and around the top four, they've got to be, no disrespect to the likes of Aston Villa, but Aston Villa should not be going to Stamford Bridge and getting a draw. They
Aren't
could
you?
have won.
Aren't you? Aren't
These
you?
sort of things
Aren't you
not
an
be.
aren't you an Aston Villa fan, though?
I am an Aston Villa fan, but
So
I've got to look.
are you saying as an Aston Villa fan, you went to Stamford Bridge more with hope than expectation?
Exactly. I would have been very happy just having a draw and getting the 1 point. And that's exactly what we obtained. Chelsea fans would have been furious about it. We're not supposed to go there and get any points. Yes, don't get me wrong, Villa have improved this season. But to get points at Stamford Bridge, those days haven't happened since we had the likes of Southgate.
Why,
You know,
why do people still, a lot of Chelsea, Arsenal fans, there's a lot of comparison with what they used to be in the past. Oh,
yes.
that, but that doesn't matter. It's what happens on the day. Everybody's always talking about, oh yeah, I mean Chelsea before. How can we go this? Yeah, but football has changed. Everybody has caught up to the standard everybody else is setting. I mean
Aha.
Villa for example,
I'm
last season
glad.
almost relegated. This season they've stepped up their football. So why is it shocking for you to go there and get a draw?
The reason why is because exactly what you just said. Everybody has stepped up their game, except the likes of Chelsea. Chelsea have not stepped up their game.
And that
You,
is solely Frank Lampard to blame.
I'm going to blame Lampard because at the end of the day, Lampard is the one who is putting the tactics out there. Yes, don't get me wrong. The likes of Werner and Mountain and whoever else plays for Chelsea, I can't remember the whole squad, but whoever plays for them, they have to go and they have to do the tactics. But it is him, Lampard, who needs to see what's going on and needs to change things around. If he's not willing to change things around, it was inevitable. It was inevitable.
Okay. So now, breaking news: Thomas Tuchel, right? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah, he's now the manager of Chelsea. Um,
that's just sort of.
he's coming there with a reputation. So he's not coming there as a former player, legend, blah blah blah. He's coming there as a coach that has some sort of you know rapport and a good history. However, he was managing a PSG team that's pretty much fantasy football kind of teammates.
Exactly.
Are you sure? What do you think will happen? First of all, do you think he will do better than Frank Lampard? That's the question.
Well, first and foremost, good luck to him because I've just found out, and you probably know as well, he's only been given an 18-month contract. So,
Stuff in the place, seeing what's going on,
oh yeah, I mean,
see
I mean,
make it wonderful.
I mean, he did well in the Bundesliga with the likes of Borussia Dortmund. He's managed the likes of Christian Pulisic
When,
before.
when
He
you
knows him inside out.
when you say
Uh,
do well, what is well? We both know
what
that English Premier League doesn't do well. What is well? And Chelsea of all clubs, what exactly is well?
Well, in the Bundesliga, he finished runners-up twice in a row. Now, we all know, arguably, Bayern Munich are the best team in Europe at the present moment in time, but he had to hold off the likes of Werder Bremen, of the likes of Wolfsburg, RB Leipzig, and he did that. Tuchel did that before he went to Paris Saint-Germain. He went to Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, you win. If you don't win the league, then something's wrong with you. You might as well just give up football. Even the likes of Alan Shearer could probably win the league over there. Maybe not the likes of Gary Neville.
First of all, do not insult Gary Neville. You can insult Alan Shearer all you want. Do not insult Gary Neville. Gary Neville is the top man. He was just very unlucky. But anyways, crack on.
I know Gary Neville is a useless guy. I digress. But the point is, in regards to Chelsea, what would he be able to do? Like I said, he knows the likes of Pulisic. He's going to be able to speak more with the likes of Havertz and the likes of Werner. We know that he is someone who is accustomed to helping youngsters. He could push the likes of Mason Mount on even more. I'm very interested to see what he's going to do with the front line. With the likes of Giroud. Is he going to be coming out of the cold? I mean, he's whenever he plays, he seems to score. But then whenever Abraham plays, he seems to score. The issue I see at Chelsea is the defence. On paper, when we look at that defence, it should be top 2, top 3. On paper, it's just not doing the job.
Well, we will see. As you said, good luck to him. The question, well, to finish up the whole Frank Lampard and Chelsea situation now. So this a couple of questions. If Thomas Tuchel, or Tuchel, I don't know how you pronounce it, if he finishes second with Chelsea, should he be sacked?
Not in this lifetime. If he finishes second, that's exactly what the likes of Abramovich will want. He will want him finishing that.
So what you're saying now is they don't expect him to win the league, at least this
No,
season.
not at all.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Well, good luck, Thomas Tuchel, and all the Chelsea fans out there. Frank Lampard, I personally think you are wonderful. I mean, Man United did beat you a couple of times, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, I think I think yeah, good luck to him. Hopefully, he'll probably be back on TV for some time, and for probably get another job, maybe Aston.
Uh, I think he'll land on his feet. I'll be brutally honest. Do I think he's a good manager? No, I don't. I don't think he's a good manager at all. I think a lot of people feel that he did okay at the likes of Derby County. You have to remember he had about 4 or 5 loanees who were Premier League quality. They robbed the league. That's what he's supposed to do with these sort of players. I'm sorry.
Well, he didn't win the championship though.
Even worse. Thank you for correcting me. He didn't win a championship. Didn't he come up via playoffs?
Yeah, he did.
There you go. So as far as I'm concerned, I think the wall was pulled over Chelsea's eyes. He's been found out this season. Time to go. Sorry.
Yeah, and just on last note though, he did beat Aston Villa to get to the Premier League. Just saying.
No, he didn't. What are you talking about?
Was it did Villa? Anyway, can't remember. Can't remember.
Derby. Every day of the week.